So I've updated my Wii Play CPU Miis, and a tier list will be out later today. So yeah, here we go. Achilles, Adele, Agar, who's inspired by Rainer, Afrik, who's inspired by Libreware 2004's Me Beauty Girl, Akira, who's actually the sister of my Wii CPU Mii Hiromi, Alphonse, who's inspired by Sir Relkenstein's Me, Andrea, Arroyo, who's inspired by Emma, Avalanche, Bartholomew, who's inspired by Libreware 2004's Me Ezekiel, Bellatrix, who's inspired by Alicia, Cascada, Chander, who's the mix of Saburo and Victor from the Wii U. Crimson, Crispin, who's the mix of Nutri and Giovanni's Miis, Xylophene, Cynthia, Dio, Elon, who's inspired by Alphonse from the Wii U, Emily, who's inspired by Jalan from the Wii U, Felix, who's inspired by Ren, Ferial, Fernando, who's inspired by Epic Crossovers Me, Gain, Genosuke, Genovefa, Gyala, who's inspired by Yuya from the Wii U, Haku, who's inspired by Jeff from the Wii U, Havana, Hedwig, who's the mix of Nelly and Ria, Yago, Inseek, Izzy, Jesse, who's inspired by Kaori from the Wii U, Jihoon, not to be confused with Jihoon from the Wii U, because they're spelled differently and they're from different countries, so yeah. Yoga, Jolene, Kaimon, who's inspired by James, Kana, Kiana, Kristach, Luciano, Nagisa, who's inspired by Ricardo from the Wii U, Osana, who's inspired by Clara from the Wii U, Paimon, Chingling, who's inspired by Tomoko, Remus, Roderick, Sakari, Saturn, who's the mix of Boja from the Wii U and Oscar, Sohyun, Sora, Tongo, who's inspired by Bowen from the Wii U, Thackeray, Tonghyun, Trico, Trula, who's inspired by Jesse, Umber, Vladislav, Wagner, Waka, who's inspired by Donna from the Wii U, Winona, Xanthus, Xiaoyan, who's inspired by Gina from the Wii U, Zose, and Urea. And yeah, that's all of my Wii Play CPU Miis.